Well, welcome to Friday and welcome to the last day of the month, the last day of the quarter. 2023 is flying by. Friday, March 31st, 2023. Once again, our psalm reading is going to be Psalm 31, 9 through 16. Our Old Testament reading today is going to be in the book of Job, Job chapter 13, verses 13 through 19. And then our New Testament reading is going to continue in the book of Philippians, chapter 1, just a few verses later. So we'll be starting in verse 21 and going through verse 30. Once again, we'll be listening in from the Message version today. And this is preparing us for church on Sunday. Psalm 31. I hate all this silly religion, but you, God, I trust. I'm leaping and singing in the circle of your love. You saw my pain. You disarmed my tormentors. You didn't leave me in their clutches, but gave me room to breathe. Be kind to me, God. I'm in deep trouble again. I've cried my eyes out. I feel hollow inside. My life leaks away, groan by groan. My years fade out in sighs. My troubles have worn me out, turned my bones to powder. To my enemies, I'm a monster. I'm ridiculed by the neighbors. My friends are horrified. They cross the street to avoid me. They want to blot me from my memory. Forget me like a corpse in a grave. Discard me like a broken dish in the trash. The street talk gossip has me, criminally insane. Behind locked doors they plot how to ruin me for good. Desperate, I throw myself on you. You are my God. Hour by hour I place my days in your hand, safe from the hands out to get me. Warm me, your servant, with a smile. Save me because you love me. Don't embarrass me by not showing up. I've given you plenty of notice. Embarrass the wicked. Stand them up. Leave them stupidly shaking their heads as they drift down to hell. Gag those loudmouthed liars who heckle me, your follower, with jeers and catcalls. Our Old Testament reading comes from the book of Job, chapter 13, verses 13 through 19. So hold your tongue while I have my say. Then I'll take whatever I have come to me. Why do I go out on a limb like this and take my life in my hands? Because even if he killed me, I'd keep on hoping. I defend my innocence to the very end. And just wait. This is going to work out for the best. My salvation. If I were guilt-stricken, do you think I'd be doing this? Laying myself on the line before God? You'd better pay attention to what I'm telling you. Listen carefully with both ears. Now I've laid out my defense. I'm sure that I'll be acquitted. Can anyone prove charges against me? I've said my piece. I rest my case. Our New Testament reading comes from Philippians chapter 1, verses 21 through 30. So how am I to respond? I've decided that I really don't care about their motives, whether mixed, bad, or indifferent. Every time one of them opens their mouth, Christ is proclaimed. So I just cheer them on. And I'm going to keep that celebration going because I know how it's going to turn out. Through your faithful prayers and the generous response of the Spirit of Jesus Christ, everything he wants to do in and through me will be done. I can hardly wait to continue on my course. I don't expect to be embarrassed in the least. On the contrary, everything happened to me in this jail only serves to make Christ more accurately known, regardless of whether I live or die. They didn't shut me up. They gave me a platform. Alive. I'm Christ's messenger. Dead? I'm his prize. Life versus even more life. I can't lose. As long as I'm alive in this body, there is good work for me to do. If I had to choose right now, I hardly know which I'd choose. A hard choice. The desire to break camp here and be with Christ is powerful. Some days I can think of nothing better. But most days, because of what you are going through, I am sure that it's better for me to stick it out here. So I plan to be around a while, companion to you as your growth and joy. and this life of trusting God continues. You can start looking forward to a great reunion when I come visit you again. We'll be praising Christ, enjoying each other. Meanwhile, live in such a way that you are a credit to the message of Christ. Let nothing in your conduct hang on, whether I come or not. Your conduct must be the same, whether I show up to see things for myself or hear it from a distance. Stand united, singular in vision, contending for people's trust in the message. The good news, not flinching or dodging in the slightest before the opposition. Your courage and unity will show them what they're up against. Defeat for them, victory for you, and both because of God. There's far more to this life than trusting in Christ. There's also suffering for Him, and the suffering is as much as a gift as the trusting. You're involved in the same kind of struggle you saw me go through, on which you are now getting an updated report in this letter. And here ends our readings for the day.